Whoops. Um, I always have an agreement with myself and those who I communicate with. Anytime if I make a mistake to come forward and to admit it, I had to delete a video I did about 10, 15 minutes earlier saying about the Jake Paul Anthony Joshua fight that was just based on a bunch of rumors about Jake Paul, his team, I guess his brother or whatever, the company they got suing Anthony Joshua. I dug a little deeper, and it appears, and I'm going to not say too much more until it's all actually out in the open, that Jake Paul's boxing camp is attempting to sue Anthony Joshua. Now, I got to be careful because sometimes there's so much information on the internet. You got to really sift through everything. But if that's true, it's a big disappointment to me because how can I say it? Anybody who's what I term a legit fighter. What I mean by that, I'm not taking anything away from Jake Paul because it does take a lot of guts to step inside the ring, okay? And you do got to have what's called a warrior mentality, but you can never complete oneself as a warrior if a person doesn't understand that, along with having victories, sometimes defeats are going to come. Unless if you're like Superman or like the elite of the elite, unless you're so super good, and that's very rare to be very that good. But even the best, even the victories they get, they still go through wars and stuff, especially in combative sports. But basically, anybody competing in combative sports, the risk. It most likely a certain amount of defeats are going to come with the victories, and unless you're willing to accept that, then don't do it, because otherwise, you're not able to complete what I call your warrior spirit through combative sports, because a true warrior accepts the fact that, that it's combative sports are like a simulation of actual war, except it's within rules, which is good, okay? But unless if a person could accept the full range of it, don't do it. Because a partial warrior is no warrior. I don't know if that makes sense. I'm not going to say anything more until I know everything. But if that's true, I feel bad for Jake Paul that he would take it that way.